What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Thursday, January 12th, 2023. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside IGN's strongest woman, Stella Chung. Hello, Stella.
Hello. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh,
Never forget, because they will come and get you.
yes. The last time I was here, I got very drunk and very belligerent. But you know, one of those things has changed.
If I had a nickel for every time I walked through that door and exited that way. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? We have some really exciting stuff today.
We have some super exciting stuff today. We have a rare opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. We are exclusively announcing the awards, the categories, the nominees for the 26th annual Dice Awards, ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe it. But of course, that's insane. The Dice Awards are a big deal. I've been lucky enough to host them 6 years in a row. This is now officially going to be my 7th. I'm hosting the Dice Awards for a 7th time, ladies and gentlemen, in a row. Thank you very much, Dice, for having me back.
How's it feel to be so old?
Don't do this. Don't do this. We're burying the hatchet right now on the bullying Greg, Stella.
Yeah, and you're back, right?
Because this is my 7th year hosting, but this will be your first. You are joining me.
It is, yeah. Honestly,
Dice
yes.
host. Thank you very much.
I know I give you a lot of shit, and
deservedly so.
I was supposed to cut back on that. I was like, you know, Stella, he vouched for you. Like, he really believes in you. You should be nice. But I mean, like, it's just so easy. Like, you make it so easy.
I deserve it. I'm too popular, too handsome. I understand. Too successful. That's the other thing, too, you know?
Oh, anyways, thank you for vouching for me.
I'm excited to
It
host.
is physically paining me to be nice to you.
You know what? I hope when they start giving these the paychecks from the Dice Awards, that'll comfort it for you, all right? But me and Stella are hosting the Dice Awards, ladies and gentlemen. We are incredibly excited incredibly excited to go through all of the awards categories here. So let's just get into it, all right? This is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show over on patreon.com/kindafunny. On patreon.com/kindafunny, of course, you can watch each and every episode of Kinda Funny Games Daily ad-free. You, of course, get 38 episodes, bonus, exclusive content, only available on patreon.com/kindafunny. And you can watch us record our podcast live without ads, have a good time, and be a trog. However, if you have no bucks tossed our way, no big deal. Of course, you can watch us record Kinda Funny Games Daily live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames and youtube.com/kindafunnygames each and every weekday. If you're watching live, you have a special job. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up, so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later for free with ads, none of the exclusive episodes on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and listening on podcast services around the globe. You see it right there on your screen. If you're using the Epic Game Store, use the creator code Kinda Funny, or if you're playing Fortnite on your Xbox, Rumbleverse on anything else, if you're playing a game that uses the Epic Store, use the code Kinda Funny.
Please just do it so he'll stop talking. Thank you.
Exactly. Housekeeping for you. There's a brand new episode of The Blessing Show up right now. It, of course, is all about the Game of the Year, non-Game of the Year awards from Blessing. He and Roger poured their heart and soul into this. It looks amazing. It is a great use of the spare bedroom, our new studio. And it is really something of like when we dreamed of this space, the content we dreamed of being able to make. So it would mean a lot to me if you went over to youtube.com/kindafunnygames, gave it a click to get it close to, you know, we want it to be successful, but I want it to be the second most successful Blessing Show. Because as you know, Stella, I am still the most successful episode of The Blessing Show when I talked about Marvel's Avengers. So I love you. Go watch this, everybody. Watch Blessing and Roger's new episode, but then click on the Avengers episode again just for me. All right, keep the numbers up there, you know?
It's the only thing that keeps him going.
It is the only thing. What keeps this show going, of course, is our Patreon producer, Delaney Twining, and, of course, our sponsor, Honey, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 6 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
Man, we got the fog machines back and we are abusing them. They are online and they will be used till they die.
I'm so glad I'm back for when they were fixed.
Back, yeah. Without them, something's missing, you know? As I said, number 1 on the Roper Report, ladies and gentlemen, the Dice Award nominees are revealed. Kind of. They're being revealed right here, right now. We are doing it exclusively. What you need to know, of course, is that the Dice Awards are Thursday, February 23rd in Las Vegas. Stella and I are hosting, and you can watch live with the media partner, IGN, a website I've heard of once or twice. You know
Yeah, it's just one of those indie sites.
It'll be
right?
on the Twitch, it'll be on the YouTube, it'll be on the IGN.com front page, and it will be, again, my 7th year hosting. Stella's first. We are the new dynamic duo, and I'm so excited.
Thank you. I really like, listen, there's not much I can thank a white man for, but it is for using his platform to vouch for me.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate it. Like, it means a lot to me that someone like you, this like pillar in the industry, would actually vouch for me. I still feel, I don't know, imposter syndrome is like a huge thing, right?
Sure.
And I still feel like I'm very new to this space.
Sure.
So the fact that you're just like, yeah, Stella's great. Like, yeah, use her. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
The thing about the imposter syndrome in this, and again, I've been doing, as you've pointed out, I'm very old. Thank you very much. You know, for somebody who's been doing this 16 years in March, right? Like that never goes away. Like it'll never ever go away. At you know, at the Game Awards, I was making jokes about it, but people kept coming up to me like, "Oh man, it's so good to see you. Are you presenting tonight?" And I was like, they got fucking Al Pacino on stage. No, they're not inviting Greg Miller up there, but it's like, oh, it's cool you think of me in that way, that you would actually, for you to say I'm a pillar of the industry, like, right? Like, I'm a guy with a leaky window at home and a dog he's trying to potty train. Like, I ain't thinking about like any of that stuff. It's cool that you think of me that way, but yeah, like, you're awesome at what you do. I'm excited to get out there and do it with you.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how it works in a professional setting where I can't lift you or, you know, throw you
Now
on
you say
the
that,
ground.
remember, Mike Drucker is also returning to write the Dice Awards, so there will be
That's
plenty
right.
of chances for you to write in
Hell
lifting.
yes.
And it's when they give us the script, it's very much, let me tell you from experience, especially last year, you can ad lib and maybe you become a Kotaku headline. You can do what you want up there. You can say what you want about Bobby Kotick, and then it'll go from there. I digress. Many of you I know don't understand or know what the Dice Awards is, so let me explain them to you, okay? The Dice Awards, of course, are a big part of DICE, which is this big conference where everybody goes. And when I say everybody, I mean developers. I mean the publishers. They go there to learn from each other and learn from it. It's run by the Academy of Interactive Arts and Science, the AIAS. It was founded in 1996 as a not-for-profit organization dedicated to the advancement and recognition of the interactive arts. The organization has more than 30,000 members. The mission of the AIAS is to promote and advance the worldwide interactive entertainment community, recognize outstanding achievement in the interactive arts and sciences, and host the annual award show, the Dice Awards, to enhance awareness of the interactive art form. How Dice Awards work go like this. The Academy's 30,000 plus members, comprised of the interactive publishing and development communities, recognize excellence in 23 different interactive game categories in one of the highest forms of recognition in the industry. Titles were played and evaluated by members of the Academy's peer panels to determine final nominees. These panels, one for each award category, are comprised of the game industry's most experienced and talented experts in their chosen fields. Winners are determined as part of a confidential voting process and will be revealed on the evening of the show. What I've always loved about the Dice Awards, because I love all the awards. You know that I love Game Awards. I'm a Game Award winner. No big deal, everybody. But I love Game Awards. You know, I love golden joysticks. I love all that stuff. What I like about Dice is that it legitimately is peers recognizing peers.
Yeah.
The people who comprise these boards and then the, 30,000 people who vote on it more than are the people who make your games.
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember the year that Untitled Goose Game won Game of the Year.
Yeah,
And people were like,
right.
they don't know what they're talking about. And I'm like, these are the people who make your video games. The people you're playing the game. They voted, and that's how it is. And that's how I think it's always an interesting avenue to see who's nominated, who wins, because it's through the lens of, oh, we make video games. We know how tough this is, and this is why this is impressive to us.
Yeah, they're able to provide a different perspective that we, the casual gamers, do not have, which is great. And yeah, I love Game Awards. I love being able to vote with the community and such, but there's something different about this level of like, you know that these games that they pick have integrity. You know that they very specifically looked at the details of the game, and they're able to point out and give reason to why these are why they nominated. So,
well, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Stella and I will editorialize and talk about what we like from it, but we don't get to vote. We don't get to vote, so don't worry about it, all right? And whoever wins up there, we'll be happy for them, all right?
Yeah.
We'll shake their hands backstage. We'll get them a drink. It'll be fun. Outstanding achievement in animation. Your nominees are Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Moss Book 2.
oh,
Come on. I am a big Moss fan, so it's cool to see that Moss get recognized right off the bat here for this. But again, I'm not going to say the usual suspects, but the usual suspects, right? Of like Cuphead, of course, Elden Ring, of course, God of War. Come on. That scene in the tent with Atreus and the animation of the face of Kratos. I digress. Horizon Forbidden West, another one that I know a lot of people thought didn't get its flowers in like the other Game of the Year categories we've seen so far from IGN Game Awards. Kind of funny even. And then Moss. Good stuff there, Stella. Who do you like?
man, honestly, out of all these, definitely Cuphead.
Yeah.
Cuphead,
Yeah, Cuphead always looks so good.
It has unique and the fact that because it is a scroller and you have to be very specific about your keyframes and dodges and timing, being able to parry. It is very impressive, all the details that they've been able to put into that game. I am absolute trash at it, and I actually rage quit a while ago, but it is wonderful, and it is so cool to see people beating this game.
Yeah.
And the art direction is just amazing, so yeah.
Barrett, I forget, did you beat Cuphead?
Several times.
Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. There it is.
On different platforms. too.
Wow.
He's not afraid of it.
Great.
He's not
Only
afraid
played the
of it.
DLC once, though. I never went back, but I do agree that the animations for even just the DLC, they stepped it up a notch somehow from the main game, which was really impressive.
Outstanding achievement in art direction. Your nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, The Callisto Protocol.
That's interesting.
It's a diverse list of stuff. You're talking about art direction. Like, you look at even the Game Awards, like, I don't think you see it in the same way.
Yeah, honestly, all of these make sense. And I can already hear some people being like, why is Modern Warfare 2 in it? It's because they had new water graphics and they had an entire new water tech, which I remember sitting there and the devs explaining that they improved the water. There's new mechanics. There's everything that you can do with it. And also looks really good. There are so many segments where you can go underwater. You can, like, based on the depth, your perception of who an enemy, like how far an enemy looks above you through the water, it varies. It's so cool. So I feel like the water alone in Modern Warfare 2 is...
That gets us the nod here. I appreciate that. Of course, I know so many people excited to see Stray on here.
Me too.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Stray didn't click for Kind of Funny. We were not Stray people.
But
We
you're
said,
going to deny the
we
art
said,
direction?
kick
Oh my
this
God,
cat.
that's right.
Kick this cat to the curb, we said. You know what I mean? Another one for the pound. I got a whole bunch of cat
Oh
puns for
my
you.
God. I'm going to... Okay.
No, remember, I
Sit.
vouched
You're
for
going to
you.
deny
You can't-
this?
No, I'm joking. I'm not. I'm saying that I understand why the art direction's great. Like, the world was very beautiful.
The
game
world
was
is
very beautiful.
so
I'm not
cool.
saying it doesn't deserve the honor. Just saying it's not God of War Ragnarok.
I just feel like you're kind of saying that. You know?
No, I'm not. I did it at the very beginning, Barrett. I said, we're going to editorialize, but we'll be happy no matter what.
Yeah, we'll be happy.
Outstanding achievement in character. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Alessandro Vargas. God of War Ragnarok, Atreus. God of War Ragnarok, Kratos. Horizon Forbidden West, Aloy. Here's one I feel, not out of left field, but you did not hear a lot about this, right? Return to Monkey Island, Guybrush Threepwood.
I didn't play Return to Monkey Island.
Sure.
And there was the original that I didn't play either. So I don't understand that one, but the others I totally get.
I mean, he's like a classic character,
Is
right,
he?
for adventure
Okay.
games. Yeah, that's my thing of like, man, it's really crazy to see him on here, right? Of like, obviously Guybrush I know has influenced so many people. The work of Ron Gilbert influencing so many people, and I just think Return to Monkey Island was not a game we saw. It's always weird.
Yeah.
Dice Awards are almost crossing the finish line of the last award show, but then really there's GDC that'll still happen as well. But it's always interesting to be here in the wake of IGN, Game Awards, our own stuff for Kind of Funny, and be like, oh yeah, I didn't hear a lot about Monkey Island.
Yeah.
But here it is again, because it resonated with the people who make your games, which is really cool. And I also think speaks to not only the lineage, the impact of what Ron Gilbert means to people. That I bet it's one of those things when you hear about Monkey Island fans in the industry, they're usually like, oh, that's a game that influenced me and made me want to be a game developer. So it's cool to still see it have the juice here and out there.
Yeah. Super cool. I know Ryan McCaffrey at IGN was super excited for this. He just like raved about it. So I was like, okay, maybe I check it out.
Do you have a pick? Who would you pick for outstanding achievement in character?
You know what? Kratos, because he had
Oh,
the
yeah.
best character development.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Like I'm halfway through Ragnarok, so no spoilers, but God, the character development we see from the first game to the second game, halfway through it alone,
Yeah.
the development is incredible.
Yeah, 100%. I
Oh
agree with
God,
you.
I love that game.
But all nominees are great.
Oh, also, I have Atreus' tattoo on my hold on.
This is a real tattoo.
It's a real tattoo.
I
I
felt
have Atreus'
there you go.
tattoo, like his little thing.
That's so
Yeah,
fucking
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Because I've talked about it. Like I still want to go get around Portillo's paw print on my arm.
Oh.
I want to get the "To grieve deeply is to have loved fully." The
Yes.
quote from
oh
that,
my
right?
God. Yeah.
And the problem I have with it is like, what font do I want? And I think I bought when
Papyrus.
yeah. Avatar bullshit. But you actually have the runes in the writing and
I
everything
do.
else? Fucking
Yeah.
awesome. You're so cool.
Thank you.
Outstanding achievement in original music composition: A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Metal Hellsinger,
Ooh.
Moss Book 2.
Yes.
Who are you oohing there? Metal Hellsinger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a game based around its music composition. And I don't get me wrong, the rest are all great uses
Oh,
of
yeah.
thing. I love the soundtrack for Ragnarok. But in this thing, I'd be like, that's probably the way to put it, right? Like, this is such an impressive, cool rhythm shooting game built around music. I'd love to see them get the actual award here.
And
Yeah.
also, like, all original metal songs from, like, very big people in, like, the metal music industry, too, which is really cool as well.
In the chat right there, Nix goes, is there a written out version of this yet? It's not even on their website. No, we're announcing it. At 10:30, everybody else is allowed to talk about it. So we got to go. We got 14 minutes to get through the rest of the categories before IGN's like, oh, by the way, it's this. And they ruined the whole goddamn show. I stop.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding achievement in audio design. A Plague Tale Requiem. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. God of War Ragnarok. Gotham Knights. Somerville.
I have only played, let's see, 2 of those. So I can't really speak to a lot. But
audio design is always an interesting one. Always an eye of the beholder. What did you get out of it? For me, it's always, it has to be outstanding, I feel, for me to really be like, oh man, like this is something incredible. I love that Call of Duty's on here again, because back to your point, like Call of Duty basically teaches a class every year on, hey, here's all the cool, crazy shit we did for this.
Yeah.
This is why we went into an alley and fired the bullets and we recorded them, and this is how it sounds when it bounces off of this thing. You got to be like, you put a lot of work into this, and I appreciate that.
I mean, they have the resources for it, so why not, right? Like, they have access to so many different bits of tech, so it's really cool to see them implement that to not only a modernized version of their game, but also, I don't know, like they're different mechanics that you have in the game too, like silenced pistols.
Sure.
So cool. And also because they had to add gun sounds underwater as well, so just stuff like that.
See, and that's the kind of stuff where you're like, oh man, they're shooting guns underwater. Well, Kratos threw an axe, and this guy,
Oh my God.
Batgirl zipped up a line. I don't know. The audio design might have to go that way, kind of thing. Outstanding achievement in story. Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok. I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Immortality or Norco.
Oh, Immortality. I need to play that.
God damn it, Stella. Yes, you do. We just had the star of the game in this week. You got to play it.
Oh,
we love
so
Immortality
cool.
around here.
I
and
hear it's really good.
That's why, for me, I would go Immortality.
That's what I was, honestly, from what I've seen, I think it has to be Immortality.
And this will be interesting because I feel like, obviously, Elden Ring, a juggernaut.
Yeah, but let's be real here. From
She's saying
Software,
it, not me.
From Software, stories have never exactly been straightforward. And if you're going to do outstanding achievement in story, I mean,
you know how it is, but you're about to have Andy and Tamora break through the wall and be like, well, no, you
no.
find this scale.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
no,
look
don't get me wrong.
over
I
here."
love that. I love being able to dig for lore. I'm not.
Yeah.
I am saying outstanding
Straightforward.
achievement in story.
When you brought up straightforward, I think that
Yeah,
makes sense
exactly.
too.
Like, again, Elden Ring, and also Elden Ring had the best direct story out of all the From Software games, but still, up against these.
I also wouldn't count Norco out.
Yeah, a lot of people love Norco.
Yeah, a lot of people love Norco. So, and knowing like devs and like how into that they're getting into the weeds of a story, I feel like Norco might be a dark horse there.
Who are you laughing at in chat?
If you read the loading screens and the items and the blanks, I'm like, yeah.
Nobody's got time for this shit.
I mean, I do, but again, outstanding achievement.
I hear you. I'm with you.
Yeah, just saying.
We'll
anyway.
see. I think it's going to be between Immortality and Norco, but we'll see who takes it home on 23rd, right? 23rd. It's the 26th annual, so that's what's screwing me up. That's
oh
fair.
my
That's
God.
fair.
I had to tell Greg when we're hosting the awards today.
Today, Mike was like, when are they? And I'm like, I don't know, sometime in February. They're coming up. I can only think 3 days in advance on what's happening in my life.
Honestly,
all right?
same.
Yeah, okay, good. That was story. Outstanding technical achievement. A Plague Tale Requiem. Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Forbidden West. Teardown. Are you familiar with Teardown? Barrett, throw up Teardown if you don't mind a trailer on this. It's this like voxel pixel thing where you tear everything apart and you can like smash everything apart and run through it. It's one of the it's very much one of those games where you don't know anything about it and then you move the rock and it's like 6 million people love this game and talk about it and stream it and it's huge.
I mean, yeah, it is. It just shows like
you see how it's just deforming the whole world. Like,
yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like when Fortnite changed their new tech to be able to like shatter every fine little bit of debris. So it is very impressive.
It'll be interesting to see if that one stands out to people on these in the voting things, because obviously everybody's played more of them, but I do think Teardown is like something like, what is this? And you look at it like, oh, okay.
It's very unique, yeah.
Yeah. Action game of the year. Bayonetta 3, Grounded, Neon White, Sifu, Vampire Survivors. You want to talk about you have to kill 4 of your darlings in a category? Holy crap, this
tough,
is it, right?
yeah.
Like Bayonetta 3, action game, you're going to think, oh, Bayonetta, sure. Then it's Grounded, which I'm like, interesting. Neon White, I know Barrett loves. Sifu, I know Barrett loves. Vampire Survivors, everyone loves. Like,
Yeah, but like, God, I don't know. I feel like for me, Neon White and Sifu stand out. Like Grounded is really good. I love that game, but action game of the year, I don't know.
do you think? Here's this is where it always gets interesting. I guess it is, but I don't look at Vampire Survivors and go, oh, action game.
Yeah,
action
exactly.
Game. This is an action game. But I do love Vampire Survivors and think it's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you get there, do you go, well, I wouldn't define it as an action game, but I'm going to check the box for that.
But you got to think of it from like their perspective, and I guess I could see it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for me, I still would be like, okay, well, but compared to Neon White or Sifu, where like every movement is so intricate, I don't know. I feel like it'd be one of those two.
Luckily, we don't have to vote, so we don't.
Yeah, I know.
Adventure Game of the Year. God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Forbidden West. Norco. Stray. Tunic. Tunic getting his just due coming in here.
Good. I'm so glad. It's on Game Pass if y'all want to play it.
And it's got a whole bunch of like accessibility stuff, right? In terms of like the combat's hard, so you can just totally turn it to God mode or whatever if you want to.
Yeah, which also it's really good because it's one of those games where like you can just explore.
Yeah.
And it's nice, and it doesn't like it'll tell you like, hey, you can't really quite do this yet, but that's after you like bash your head against the wall. You're like, oh, let me just go explore a different way.
Yeah, and
it's
the instruction manual is such a cool mechanic of
Yeah.
filling that out as you go. All right, Family Game of the Year, and the nominees are Disney Dreamlight Valley, Kirby's Dream Buffet, Lost in Play, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Trombone Champ.
That's what I'm giggling at.
I mean, like, come on. You got to be like, well, this is the chance to reward Trombone Champ. Let's throw
It literally has champ in the name.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's got to be a champion based on that alone, right? But that is another one that had its moment where everybody loved Trombone Champ.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of, I didn't see it get, I'm sure it did. I didn't see it get a lot of awards and stuff, so.
It's a very simple game.
Yeah.
But it just did it so well.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, for Family Game of the Year, it could be that. But also, I want to point out Kirby's Dream Buffet is super fun.
Yeah.
I have it, and it's so. We should all play it in here. Oh my god, that'd be so fun.
Okay, talk to Mike. Mike will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike will make a stream happen.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
You talk about pushing me around. Mike's the easiest one to push around. He doesn't care. You know what I mean?
Mike's
he just
so
goes with the wind.
sweet.
He
He's
is
so
very sweet. He is
nice.
very sweet.
Unless he's.
You want to tell the story about him just creeping in the parking lot today when you got locked? You showed up, the building's locked, Mike's just in the parking lot?
Yeah. So I walk up and I'm like, all the doors are locked. I call Blessing. He's like, oh, just try the doors. I'm like, no, they're locked. And then I texted this guy over here.
Greg, hi.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, knock on it. I was like, no one's answering. I'm going to knock down your door. And he was like, please don't. We have to pay for those. So I was like, all right, fine. I guess I'll find some other way. And then in the corner of the parking lot, I see this guy looking off into the distance at the beautiful hills of San Francisco.
He was getting his sun. He gets his morning sun every morning.
Yeah. He was recharging. And I look over and I'm like, I think that's Mike. And I yell at the top, Mike! And he turns around and he goes, just the slow, with his little vanilla latte in his hand. And he goes, Stella! And he comes over and let me in. So, yeah.
Fighting Game of the Year. And the nominees are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, Multiversus, Rumbleverse, Spider Heck, King of Fighters 15. I am not at all versed in any of this. I know Multiverse was huge for a while. I know that I love Rumbleverse. This is the one game that I put a lot of time into this. And then Spider Heck, look at this. This just looks awesome.
Yeah, we saw this in the Xbox Indie Showcase, and I was really happy. I'm really glad that it's getting recognition, which is great. But I feel like it'll be up between Multiverses and Rumbleverse because those are two really prominent ones this year.
Sure.
But again, this is through the eyes of developers, so
exactly.
What do I know?
Who knows? They actually know what they're talking about. We just make it up.
Yeah.
Racing Game of the Year, F1 22, Gran Turismo 7, Need for Speed Unbound.
I think it's Gran Turismo.
Really?
I heard I'm not a car person at all, but I
Yeah, me
heard that
neither.
just every detail that you could get in that game was just phenomenal.
Sure.
And, Destin.
Yeah, I know Destin.
Yeah.
Sadly.
He loved it so much. Like, you just ask him about it, he'll go on like an hour rant about it.
Sure.
It's just apparently it's very detailed and it's really good.
All right, well, we'll wait and see then. Role-playing game of the year: Citizen Sleeper, Elden Ring, Weird West, World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I mean, Elden Ring could not be conquered in any way, shape, or form, I assume.
Yeah.
Everyone will destroy this. Although I know Citizen Sleeper
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
loved
say
as well.
Citizen Sleeper might be a dark horse here.
But it won't be. It could be, but it won't be. Get out of the way of Elden Ring.
Are you personally rolling out the red carpet for Elden Ring?
I mean, I know when to bend the knee. I know when it's just a juggernaut that can't be. I'd love it. I'd love an upset. I'd love to see what happens. But if Elden Ring's on the ballot, you got to be like, oh shit, here we go. Sports game of the year: EA Sports FIFA 23, Mario Strikers Battle League, MLB The Show 22, NBA 2K23, and Ollie Ollie World. Barrett.
Woo!
Ollie Ollie World, another one that caught on over here, where we were all like, "Oh, this is really fun. This is really
Really?
cute. I
Okay.
enjoy this game quite a bit." Yeah,
Interesting.
but
Yeah.
again, like then it's into like, I don't know, how many, what developers are the sports people, and where do they shake out? Does the fact that more people might have, not I shouldn't say more, but maybe Ollie Ollie World was a bit more approachable than I don't care about hockey, so I wouldn't play NHL. Maybe that gets us some votes.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not a big sports person. I remember I had to play Madden 2019 or something like that for IGN, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is not a good first minutes. Please get someone else to do this.
I need to stop and I need to leave right now.
So
Please don't make
Did they
me
have
do
the
this.
story mode? Did they do another long shot?
No,
Remember
they
that,
didn't
Greg?
do another long
Oh
shot.
man.
Shit sucks. Strategy / simulation game of the year: Dwarf Fortress.
Ooh.
Izion? How do you say this one, you think?
Is it Ixion?
Ixion? Okay. Marvel's Midnight Suns, Potioncraft, Alchemist Simulator, Warhammer 40,000, Chaos Gate, Damon Hunters. Run, Damon Hatfield. I would say Marvel's Midnight Suns on this one, right? If I was a betting man, that was another one that again hit so hard with the strategy crowd.
It did, but didn't also Dwarf Fortress kind of take off?
It did.
too?
People do love
Yeah.
Dwarf Fortress if that's your jam. Yeah.
Interesting. Also, Potion Craft, I watched someone play and I was like, this is actually really cool. You make potions based on what someone needs, and
Yeah.
you kind of have to, if someone has a very specific thing, you have to kind of tailor one of like the health potions to treat something specific. So it's really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I have no idea how it's going to pan out for this one.
We'll wait and see on the 23rd of February. It's a Thursday. We'll be hosting.
He keeps repeating it so that he doesn't forget.
100%. Immersive reality technical achievement. Your nominees are Among Us VR, Cosmonius High, Moss Book 2, Red Matter 2, The Last Clock Winder.
I again can't speak to VR because every time I play VR, it makes me want to puke.
No, really? That
Yeah.
sucks. Oh, man.
Except for I think it was God, what was it? Pistol Whip.
Oh,
that
sure.
one was fine.
Sure.
For some reason.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think it's a race between, Moss and Among Us is where I would go with it or whatever.
Yeah.
I know Cosmonius High always looked cool and was fun, but I don't know if it's anything that'll get out. This is Last Clock Winder, right, Barrett?
Correct. I've
That's so
I've heard a lot of
cute.
good things about
I haven't played it,
this.
so I guess that's what I should judge. Red Matter 2 and Last Clockwork I have not played, so.
Yeah.
You
we'll
can
have to wait
make
and see.
juice.
Who doesn't want to make some juice?
That's awesome.
Okay. Outstanding achievement for an independent game: Immortality, Neon White, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge, Tunic, Vampire Survivors.
I mean,
Another one, Kill Your Darlings. I hate it. I don't want to choose. I don't want to do this.
I'll choose Vampire Survivors.
Yeah?
Greg, I think you also skipped an award because there's 2 VR.
Oh, my apologies. You
Yep.
see what happened there. All right, so we'll come back to it.
Oh. Yeah.
You see, it's confusing because they're basically the same games in a different order. That'll do it to you. Okay, so anyways, though. For this one, I want Immortality. Obviously, I'll be happy for anybody, but I could easily see Vampire Survivors coming over and destroying that. 'Cause that's just been such a movement on that one. But thank you, Bear, for keeping me honest. I did skip over Immersive Reality Game of the Year, not to be confused with Immersive Reality Technical Achievement. For Immersive Reality Game of the Year, it's Cosmonius High, Moss Book 2, Red Matter 2, Tentacular, and The Last Clock Winder again. Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that Thursday.
Yeah.
Mobile Game of the Year, Diablo Immortal, Gibbon Beyond the Trees, Immortality, Marvel Snap, and Panoply. Point P. I think that's how you pronounce
Okay.
it.
I think it's Marvel Snap.
I hope it's Marvel Snap again, and I
took
don't.
off.
If this is where Immortality can get flowers, give it to him, fine.
Okay. Yeah.
But I do love Marvel Snap, obviously. So yeah, Marvel
mean,
Snap, I'd be all about.
Immortality might have a chance in the story.
I hope so.
So I think it has more of a chance in the story thing than mobile, because I feel like it's harder to play it on mobile. But
Sure, fair enough.
Yeah.
Online Game of the Year: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, EA Sports FIFA 23, Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker, Marvel Snap, Rumbleverse. I would put my chips on Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Just because Marvel Snap doesn't have the PvP, which we will be talking about momentarily here on Kind of Funny Games Daily. I would think that's why you would go that way.
Yeah, also, and I mean, Final Fantasy just has done a phenomenal job of listening to their community and again, which is why they win the Game Awards for that, right?
Yeah.
They have just done such a good job of taking feedback and implementing that into changes, which is what people want to see from a developer to understand, like, hey, oh, you are listening to us. You do care about us.
And they kept that game going for so long and done so well with it. And you know, Michael Hyam's still obsessed, so you got to have it. Give him some flowers there. Outstanding achievement in game design, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Marvel Snap, Tunic, Vampire Survivors. A diverse category full of great games.
Can't.
I'm not going to make you pick if you don't want to pick.
No, I don't have picks, but I do want to point out, though, that Vampire Survivors now has a character that has cats that run around.
Wait,
and,
what?
Yeah,
Really?
and attacks
That's
them,
awesome.
and they get into like scuffles where like little clouds come out. Also, there's that one like ability where you basically just fart on the enemies, and it's called celestial dusting.
Yeah.
So,
Vampire Survivors is a fantastic game. Don't sleep on it, but I would say it's going to be either that or Elden Ring.
yeah.
But I'd love to see Vampire Survivors beat Elden Ring in that one
Oh, like
category.
it would be so fun.
Outstanding achievement in game direction, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, Tunic.
Game direction.
Game direction, and again, that's where I got to say, even I've been on this crusade for it, but I'd throw Immortality out here again because like that's such a crazy story that you figure like you're just clicking on a coffee cup and that's got to send you to another clip to do another thing to
Honestly, no, that's very fair. I haven't played it, so I've watched some people play like the beginning of it.
Yeah.
So seeing that, I'm like, yeah, I guess that's a really cool game direction. I don't think I've ever seen that done. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And then the granddaddy of them all, ladies and gentlemen, your nominees for Game of the Year at the 26th Annual Dice Awards this February 23rd, a Thursday on IGN, hosted by Greg and Stella. Your Game of the Year nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Vampire Survivors.
I love all of these games.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you can make a case, I think, right down the line for any of them on why they'd win.
Yeah.
But DICE is crazy. They gave Untitled Goose Game Game of the Year. So if anybody's going to win Game of the Year here on a crazy thing, this could be Vampire Survivors, man. They could run for this one.
Do we just have the same fucking thoughts on this? Because like that was my idea too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking Vampire Survivors because I mean, technically speaking, it is just really great. All the mechanics
100%.
work so well. You can have any combination of items that you want, and like it works with any of the characters because you can just play however you want. The levels look great, and they're just constantly adding shit to it. So, yeah.
Also a kick-ass soundtrack.
Yes. Oh my god.
Free to play right now on your phone. Get in there. What are you waiting for? Or Xbox Game Pass too, right? So,
It's so cheap.
is it Game Pass?
It's so cheap.
It's Game Pass, right? Kindoffunny.com/.
It's
Yeah, that's
on
how
Game
I
Pass
first
now,
played it.
yeah.
Just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Some stats for you. A total of 61 games released in 2022 are nominated. God of War Ragnarok leads the pack with 12 nominations, followed by Horizon Forbidden West earning 8, and Elden Ring with 7. That's right. If you weren't paying attention, Horizon got more than Elden Ring. Tying for 4 nominations each are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Immortality, Moss Book 2, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors. Finalists for 2020's Top Honor Game of the Year are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Vampire Survivors. You, ladies and gentlemen, can tune in Thursday, February 23rd. It will be at night. We will be drinking in Vegas. It will be on IGN and all those different social platforms you can get there. And it will be me and Stella hosting the 26th Annual Dice Awards. I can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited. Also, I haven't been to Vegas since I was a kid. I went there
It's
because
different. It's different as an adult. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
yeah, I went because my parents were like, "Oh, we know some friends over there," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll go. That's fine." So my memory of it is just it being hot and dusty.
Okay. Well, you'll be inside the entire time.
Yes.
You will crave the sun at some point because you won't see it, but it's a good time. You'll have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you'll join us for the 26th Annual Dice Awards, Thursday, February 23rd. Again, IGN, me, Stella, hosting it. Gonna have a great time. And you know what else is a great time? Patreon.com/kindoffunny. Over on Patreon.com/kindoffunny, of course, you can be part of the show. You could get 38 episodes of bonus content free each and every month. And of course, you could watch us record our podcast live. But maybe most importantly, you could get our shows ad-free. But you're not on Patreon. So here's a word from our sponsor.
Shout out to Honey for sponsoring this episode. Honey's the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past, and we all know there's nothing better than the feeling of saving money. Honey's the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Here's how it works. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite websites. When you check out, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. We here at Kind of Funny have been using Honey for years, and it has literally saved us thousands of dollars on tech, costumes, food, you name it. Honestly, I just love how easy it is to just set and forget and save. Honey doesn't just work on desktops, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/kindafunny. That's joinhoney.com/kindafunny.
Number 2 on the Roper Report. If you got more to come after that, Ubisoft CEO reportedly tells staff the onus is on them to reverse the company's fortunes. This is Tom Ivan over at VGC. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot has reportedly told staff the onus is on them to reverse the company's fortunes after it provided a dire financial update on Wednesday. Following weaker than expected software sales over the holiday season and a new delay for Skull and Bones, the company slashed its revenue forecast for the current fiscal year. It also canceled 3 unannounced games. Instead, it plans to make some €200 million in cost cuts over the next 2 years, quote, through targeted restructuring, divesting some non-core assets, and usual natural attrition, end quote. I hate business speak. You know what I mean?
It's so awful.
God damn. In an email to employees on Wednesday, as viewed by Kotaku, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said these delays had weighed on our costs and decreased our associated revenues. Quote, today more than ever, I need your full energy and commitment to ensure we get back on the path to success, he wrote. I am also asking that each of you, be especially careful and strategic with your spending and initiatives to ensure we're being as efficient and lean as possible, end quote. Guillemot also urged staff to deliver what he called the biggest pipeline in Ubisoft history, writing, quote, the ball is in your court to deliver the lineup on time and at expected level of quality and show everyone what we are capable of achieving, end quote.
What a dick.
Inspiring. Inspiring.
So
the kind of leadership.
awful.
Yo, stop fucking up. We're failing because of you.
No, they're failing because Ubisoft has not been able to make the connection with what gamers want and what exactly is in the gaming environment currently. They are constantly out of touch. They're following trends. They never figure out what they want to do. Like with Hyperscape, which I keep bringing up, was their battle royale that was going to be their big moment to get back into modern gaming. But then they failed because they couldn't take criticism and couldn't make the changes that they needed to do.
Yeah.
So they're just constantly out of touch with what gamers want. This is not on the developers. They're just doing what they're being told to do.
It's the leadership coming from the top of the company.
Yeah,
This is
and
what
like
I was talking about yesterday.
This messaging is so clear. You're just like, do you care about these people at all? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. No,
Very
I'm
rude.
with you. I was talking about this on Games Daily yesterday, right? Of like, Ubisoft sees the trend and then tries to jump on it, but it's so hard to make a game. It takes so long. By the time you get your battle royale, people are embedded in what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Is this really what it's going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're going to see more cuts. I think you're going to see them dial it back to just being specific franchises for a while, right? Of like, all right, we do Assassin's Creed, we do Rainbow Six. We're not making little things or taking these chances, but it's also the question of, can you turn the ship around in time? I know as soon as this all went out yesterday, there was more talk of like, well, what about somebody buying them out? What about somebody taking over? What do you do with all that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, that's tough, but like,
Of course.
they announced 7 Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
So
And that was to bump the stock price up and
Yeah.
try to get to get them back on track in terms of this, but then you're just canceling games left and right and stuff.
yeah.
We'll wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. The updates, I'm sure, will continue to come on a daily basis of what the fuck is going on at Ubisoft. Number 3, Xbox Germany says it will announce Forza and Redfall release dates in the developer_direct. This is Tom Ivan at VGC. You got it. The underscore must be pronounced.
Oh, yeah,
Microsoft
okay.
has said it plans to announce release dates for several highly anticipated Xbox games during an upcoming product showcase. On Wednesday, Xbox and Bethesda announced plans to live stream a developer direct game showcase on January 25th. In a blog post on the English language version of Xbox Wire, Microsoft said the event would deliver fresh details on games, quote, launching in the next few months, including Forza Motorsport, Redfall, and Minecraft Legends. However, the German version of the Xbox Wire announcement has now claimed that release dates will be confirmed for these titles. Quote, developer_direct will focus on amazing features, extensive gameplay showcases, and first-time shared release dates for great Xbox titles coming out over the next few months, including The Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall, it reads. While perhaps expected, the news will be welcomed by Xbox Series X/S owners given the relatively small number of big first-party games released since the console launched in November 2020. Are you excited for Redfall?
Yeah,
Me too.
I am. But
Okay.
I spoke about this on the other podcast that I'm on.
What's that?
IGN's Unlocked.
Oh, the Podcast Unlocked. Yes, I've heard of this. Available on IGN.com and podcast services everywhere.
God, I'm so glad you're such a sellout. God, it's great.
Oh my God, I'll pimp anything you want me to pimp.
Anyways, but yeah, I like, it's so hard for me to envision, like visualize Redfall not being like Back 4 Blood or Left 4 Dead, right? But they're specifically like, no, it's not going to be like that. It's more like Destiny, where it's like a looter shooter. And I'm like, okay, but the gameplay you've shown us hasn't got me thinking in that direction at all. So I'm really happy to see more on this. I'm really happy that we're going to get solid dates. And it's, I remember seeing this comment being like, why do people care so much about dates? I mean, it's
I want to know when I'm playing the game. Yeah. I
it's a
want to be
huge
excited
game.
for playing it.
I want to schedule out my time. I want to know when I can expect this. And also, did you forget what excitement is like in gaming? Like,
Yeah.
my goodness, let me enjoy things. So
No, I'm the same way with you
so
where
happy.
I think I was talking about this yesterday as well. We are the same person as you were saying. Somehow you, me, and Janet are just this trifecta of the same exact persona. But it was this idea that I look at this gameplay and this looks fun. And it does, I think, look like a Back 4 Blood or a Left 4 Dead. But it was their conversation of it being, no, it's your world. You're playing. Invite your friends in. Level up. Do the thing. Keep going. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome. And I think the visuals are great. And I think Arcane is such a talented studio. And I'm so down to run around hunting vampires.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that sounds like a great time. Like,
Yeah.
I love that setting in a way I don't personally love the Destiny setting. So, like,
Okay,
if it's more
fair.
like that, that's great. And I'd love to jump in and have that. So, for me, I'm excited to learn more, or I guess not even learn, to see what I've learned in action. And that's why I think the developer showcase is going to be great, because if it is going to be, hey, these are the 4 games we're talking about. They are getting a long presentations from each of the developers to explain what they are and why you should care.
Yeah.
That's something we actually get pretty rarely in games. Usually it is the sizzle reel, then go read a blog post, and then if you want to
Exactly.
watch a developer stream or something like that, you can get in. I'd rather see it be, here's a curated section of the game, of the demo, of what we want you to know about this.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened too when they showed that gameplay trailer. We just got a bunch of like quotes from interviews and
Yeah.
such. And it's just like, well, that's great and all, but I want to see it in action. And obviously they weren't ready for that, which is fine. But that moment's here. It's great. And this also helps us define whether or not people are going to buy it, which is good for them.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Now, here's the question. Sometimes when you get, the English language said this, another language said this, the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Do you believe you're going to get release dates for these 4 games?
I'm hopeful.
I am too. I think Xbox obviously has a great head on their shoulders. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they know where they're, I wouldn't say failing, but struggling. And I think giving their audience a reason to be hyped would be great.
Yeah.
Now, what do you got? You someone else?
Oh, I was just going to say, I feel like Xbox wouldn't present anything without having some like hard dates or like hard information to give us, because I don't think they're the type of company to just be like, hey, here's a sizzle reel, like stuff's coming soon, but like not really give you any substantial details. Because
Well,
otherwise
they've
they
been
would've-
leading these kids on for a long time saying stuff's
mean,
coming soon.
right,
So it's like
but,
now they
like-
got to actually deliver.
One year,
on
Greg, the dominoes are going to fall.
when they do, Barrett, when they do.
But like they could have done some like BS at Game Awards, right?
Sure.
But instead they hold off for this date to give us some actual substantial information. So I feel like this is going to be good. So I feel like we should be getting some release dates.
So my question for you is this then. They made a point when they announced this yesterday. Yeah? 2 days ago? Time's a flat circle. No, it was yesterday. Doesn't
yeah,
matter. When they announced this beforehand.
this week.
They made a point of saying Starfield won't be there. It's getting its
Right.
own big presentation in
Yes.
the near future. Do you think Starfield's coming in that you remember last year when they were like, oh, these are coming out in the next
Right,
12
yeah.
months? Is it actually happening, or is Starfield coming sometime in the fall?
I mean, they did specify on their blog post that there weren't going to be any more delays. So I'm going to believe that.
Okay.
And if they're going to have a big showcase for it, then it means that they're definitely nearing their end cycle, right?
For sure.
So,
I don't think it gets pushed out of this year. I just wonder if it's like way back in the fall.
right. I mean, I don't know. They said no more delays, so I'm gonna listen to that, and
Okay.
I'm very optimistic. So
I love that about you. It hasn't been beaten out of you yet.
no, it has not, because I usually beat it out of people. So
True.
yeah.
Did you see me and Kevin try to crush watermelons with our guys? It did not go well.
So
Damn. Now, to Kevin's credit, Kevin says they're too small, and I agree.
Do you know how many times I got tagged in that?
I'm sure a lot, and I apologize for that. You had to keep seeing us rolling around on the ground like a bunch of inchworms.
I have never seen. Were you wearing shorts?
No, I was
can't
wearing.
remember.
I was wearing jeans.
Okay, so you
That's
weren't
the problem.
You weren't ever expecting to crack it then.
Thank you, right? Because it was too slippery, right? Oh, you mean because it would get my pants wet?
Yeah.
Is that? Did it? You get a lot of when you did it? Did you get a lot of juice everywhere?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't have to worry about it, so I don't know. I didn't know.
You didn't dress the part, so.
Well,
you
it was
just-
like it was thrown together. I forget. I had to go somewhere. I had a call too. Like I think I need the bare thighs on it. Because I need that grip. You know what I mean?
God,
Jeans
no one
are
wants
too
to
slim.
see that.
Well, I'm married, miss. I'll tell you. All right, don't worry about it. Somebody wants to see it. Her name's Jen. Hi, Jen. Number 4 on the Roper Report. Xbox consoles are now carbon aware. This is Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. A new update being pushed to Xbox insiders today aims to help console owners participate in reducing carbon emissions while their consoles are turned off or performing scheduled updates and maintenance. Announced in an Xbox Wire post, Xbox insiders' Xbox Series X and S consoles will automatically be updated to the, quote, shut down energy-saving power option. Microsoft says this update reduces power use by up to 20 times while the console is turned off without impacting performance. Quote, remote wake will not be available while Xboxes in this setting are powered down, though all other remote features will remain available when the console is on. While in this mode, Xbox consoles that are powered on and connected to the internet will also be available, will also use original carbon intensity data to schedule regular maintenance and other updates during this time when more renewable energy is available on the grid. For Windows users, this feature is very similar to the one that rolled out in Windows 11 last year. Finally, Xbox insiders will also begin to see a new, quote, active hours setting that will allow them to choose when their consoles will boot up quickly and be available for remote wake. Outside of that window, the Xbox will automatically shut down if not in use. Xbox X and Series S owners will have active hours automatically enabled when this update rolls out based on previous use time, while Xbox One owners will default to always active until adjusted manually.
It's great.
Very
Awesome.
cool. Yeah, no, right? It's one of those,
Yeah, it's
a
like,
lot of
good job,
information to
great,
drop
okay.
on you, but it's like, great job. Cool.
I mean, yeah, it's well. Also, just listening to you speak, it's kind of like white noise, so it relaxes
Sure,
me.
yeah,
It's
you can
great.
fall asleep on it.
Yeah. So, anyways, but it's very great that they're doing this. I think they said that even if just 2 Xbox owners did this for a year, it would be equivalent to like 1 tree planted or something
wow,
like
that's
that.
good.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
So, most people aren't going to care about this. We're like, okay, so what? But it's great. It saves the environment, and also it helps you save some energy too.
Sure.
Because it automatically adjusts, like PG&E here. You know, you have the peak times, and
Yeah,
it'll choose outside of that, which is great. I'm just like, yeah, do my work for me. Fantastic.
And I think, honestly, that's one of the things I like the most about it is that it is an automatic feature if you're an insider, right?
Yeah.
If it's going to go in there, it's going to know when you usually turn on your Xbox, so it'll base it around that rather than have to be a setting. You go in, you boil down, you set up, and all do all that stuff. Like, this is cool.
God, I love modern gaming.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
It's amazing.
You know what they need to bring back? And I'm old, I know. But do you remember folding at home? Do you remember this on your PlayStation 3? It was a thing you could do, and I forget what medical program it worked with, but if you weren't using your PS3, you could start folding at home, and your PlayStation would just be used to crunch data to like help try to solve diseases and stuff. It was really cool.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But cool.
And I'm old. You were probably in 2nd grade or something. Number 5. Marvel Snap's PvP update is scheduled to launch in late January. This is Tom Ivan at VGC with the best news of the day. And I include the fact that we're back hosting Dice. This is huge. Are you into Marvel Snap? Are you playing Marvel Snap?
I'm afraid to start it because I know that it will take up my time.
Join us.
So-
Join us, please.
No.
Oh, it's so much fun over here. We're having such a great time. Marvel Snap's player versus player update is scheduled to launch this month, the game developer has said. Previously expected to arrive last year, the ability to battle friends is currently due to launch as part of a wider patch tentatively planned for January 31st. Quote, if we run into last-minute issues, we may choose to delay for a little longer to make sure things work correctly, Marvel Snap's developer Second Dinner cautioned in a post on the game's website. The patch will also introduce series drops, which are updates to cards rarity planned to release on a monthly basis. With every series drop, some Series 5 cards will move to Series 4, and some Series 4 cards will drop to Series 3, making each one 10 times more common in collector's reserves and cheaper in the token shop. The Series 5 cards moving to Series 4 with this month's update are Valkyrie, Super Skrull, Bast, Shuri, and Black Panther. Of course, a lot of them coming off of the Season 2 pass. Yeah, that was the Black Panther Season pass.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. I mean, I honestly thought that the PvP thing was already in there, but
Yeah, they had said it a long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
It was supposed to be here by the end of the year, but then they just had to move it or whatever. I'm happy for the update because I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, wait, where did that go? Because I enjoy playing it randomly, but I know Mike isn't playing it until he can play other people because he wants to play people. I'm like,
I
all right,
honestly, maybe that's when I try it out because
Yeah.
I feel like playing against other people would be really fun, right?
Sure.
Like, I'm just very competitive at heart. I don't know if you could tell, but yeah, so for me, this would bring me in.
yeah, just
Yeah.
being able to make people
Oh,
cry in front
yeah.
of you. Yeah, sure. I
Yes.
appreciate that. I appreciate
Why
that.
do you think I'm here?
We'll be able to play this at Dice. You can make me cry there. You know what I mean? That's how we'll do it.
Oh, and Kirby's Dream Buffet.
We have to play that here, though, right?
We can play that here. We can also play that there.
Okay.
Make you cry twice.
You can play it anywhere.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry in Kirby's Dream Buffet?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. I didn't know it was that competitive in this game. I didn't know what we're doing in it.
It's not that competitive, but like, I will make it competitive.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate that. Sixth and final on Europa Report, Saudi Arabia has increased its stake in Nintendo. This is Chris Scullion at VGC. Saudi Arabia has increased its stake in Nintendo to more than 6%, it has been reported. It was revealed in May 2022 filing that the company's public investment fund, the PIF, a sovereign wealth fund chaired by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has acquired 5.01 stake in the company, a purchase said to be for investment purposes. Now, Reuters reports that a new filing has shown that the PIF has increased its stake to 6.07%, making the kingdom one of the largest shareholders in the Japanese company. Nintendo has previously claimed that when the PIF bought its initial 5.01 stake in the company, it was unaware of the transaction and first learned about the Saudi investment from news reports. It has yet to comment on this latest development.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. If you haven't been paying attention, of course, the Saudi Public Investment Fund, the PIF, has been making investments all over the place. And if you didn't know, Saudi Arabia, not the beacon of human rights. And so for the fact that its authoritarian government is doing this and investing itself into things is making a lot of people go, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
There was huge rumors this week from the wrestling community that it looked like
Oh, that's right.
in the Vince return,
God.
it looked like there was a rumor that, oh, Jesus, it's Thursday, so it's Wednesday. Tuesday night, there was all these rumors that
Right.
he had sold WWE to the Saudi
Oh, so it was
Arabia.
just a rumor. I thought that
Correct.
actually. Okay.
The tweets that had originally gone up had been taken down.
Oh, okay, got it.
Everybody kind of ran off to it. None of the, and I'm not even casting shades because I'm just
Yeah.
going off of what I've been putting. None of the people of repute had reported on
Okay,
this.
okay,
So it
that's
wasn't like there was. That was the whole thing. So John Drake, of course, our friend who works at Disney and Andrea Renee's husband and a big wrestling fan, was like, why isn't like Bloomberg or CNN reporting on
Right,
this at the
yeah,
time
yeah,
when
yeah.
everybody was running to the hills being
Okay,
panicky
that's
about
fair.
it? But it did show, I think, that I shouldn't say at large, but the internet's take on this, right? Of like
Yeah.
at large what this means of like, if you're going to do this, we're going to back off of it. Because again, Saudi Arabia not doing so great in terms of how they treat women and how they
No.
treat minorities and how they treat LGBTQ. Like the list goes on. You should Google it. Even today, the one and only Blessing Adeoye Jr. was like, I know, he put it in general on the KFG. Like, I know everyone won't have time to watch this if you're not fully up on it. Hassan Minaj did a report a while back or whatever
Okay.
about it. Let me see if I can pull it up to. Yeah, for the Patriot Act, right? Talking about Saudi Arabia, and you should
Yeah.
watch that to kind of get brushed up on.
He's
What's
so
going on.
good at like breaking it down for dumb people.
Sure.
It's fantastic.
you and me.
It's me. Yeah.
Totally,
It's
right?
me. I'm
Yeah,
dumb people.
yeah, yeah. So something to keep your eye on and make your own decisions for. But it's interesting too to see Nintendo previously claimed they didn't even know that was happening. I wonder what they know about this and where that goes from there. But
Yeah.
something to watch and keep your eye on, ladies and gentlemen. But what's going to happen with all this stuff is still so far away. If I wanted something, I know it's a bad one. If I wanted something more immediate, say what came to the mom and shops, where would I go, Stella?
That was so terrible.
I told you they're bad.
Yeah, the official list of upcoming software across each and every platform, as listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily Show, hosts each and every weekday.
Yeah. Out today. Lone Rune on Switch and PC. Vengeful Guardian Mood Rider on all the PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Valkyrie Profile Lenneth on PlayStation 4 and PS5. New dates for you. Shoulders of Giants will launch on January 26th on Xbox and Epic. Blade Assault is coming March 31st to all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes, and Nintendo Switch. Green Hell's Building Update arrives January 23rd. Rhythm Sprout, Sick Beats, and Bad Sweets takes to the dance floor on all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store February 1st. They're everywhere. Deals of the day for you. Epic Story, Typing Chronicles will be free to claim on the Epic Game Store from January 19th to the 26th. Stella?
Yeah.
We asked people who want to be part of the show to write in to kindoffunny.com/KFGD with their questions, and Sean B did today. Sean B says, if you could take your two favorite video games and combine them into one new video game,
Okay.
what would the result be?
Oh, God.
So start from the top of like what are you combining?
Yeah, all right. So it would be Titanfall and Bloodborne.
Oh, that sounds dope as shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, imagine the movement of Titanfall, but set in the Bloodborne universe. Gothic architecture, you can fight against bosses while wall running. And, like, you have your blades and shit. Like,
Am I doing like a gothic like Titan?
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Steampunk Titan.
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, wait a minute. That's so cool.
Stop talking, Stella. Don't let anybody steal this idea.
Okay, yeah. No, we'll work
Go
on
sell
it.
it
We'll
somewhere.
Yeah, we got it.
That's really good. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it would be God of War 2018 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Okay.
So I see it being Kratos going off on he's got to build his army, I guess, to go fight whoever.
Yeah.
It would have worked for a Ragnarok army, but
Mhm.
we'll find some other god-like army to fight. And so
Okay.
you're going off and recruiting them and doing bite-sized little missions, and I guess you have to sneak a bit, but you're also using the Blades of Chaos to really tear people apart.
Interesting. So it's just like a jump scare when like you grab someone with the Blades of Chaos and yank them down. And they're
Yeah,
just like,
you're forcing them up that way too. You
Exactly,
you do
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and you throw them up, and then whoever Atreus in the helicopter catches them.
oh
picks
my
'em up,
God.
takes 'em
Okay,
back to base that
interesting.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as good as mine, but
It
I
is
would like to
not.
see this in
Hey
action.
man, you know what? This is what you call the brainstorm improv tree. You jump in
You
there,
know?
you throw it. It's gonna happen, and you were better. You were better today. I want you to know that you were excellent today overall. Oh, and this is the other thing too. As we we're about to go live, I went to Twitter as I do, and I popped in there. I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I was like, wait a second, Stella, you don't have enough gifts. Nobody's making gifts of you.
Yeah.
You have one of lifting blessing, and that's what we had to use.
This is so funny. You literally searched Stella Blessing.
Yeah. Well, that's how I did Stella Chung and Stella IGN, and nothing popped up. I was like, where is it? Stella Blessing comes up.
Yeah.
So what I need you to do, Barrett, give Stella her one. Stella, move the
Oh.
microphone out of the way. Corey Cudden
Okay.
is the expert of making gifts for Kind of Funny. And so he makes
this
he makes all the gifts for us.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want there. Make yourself
What
some
I
gifts.
want? I
Do
don't know.
some motions. Do some flex. You flex all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
You're shy.
There you go.
You're shy. God damn, if you're shy, I never want to see you be like, you know what? I'm really gonna unleash
Oh,
today.
hold on. I could do like that.
There you go. See? There you go. There you go. You're killing it. And that's what
Then I hide my trap. See, now I'm back to like kind of cute. Bam, like.
crushed it. That's
Yeah.
perfect. See, you get a whole bunch of flexes. Now you got Corey will have those gifts. Sure.
I'm actually. So I just want to point out I'm wearing like heels today. So
Go wide.
I'm doing these in heels. I'm doing this in heels. So
What are you
let's
doing? What are you about to do?
lift you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted me to flex. I didn't thought I was doing my flex. We gotta go way back because it's like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So what are you doing?
Good job.
They just, every time they mention you, they're just like, "Can you go lift him, please?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Was there ever any doubt? You put up one of your workout TikTok/Instagrams the other day where like
I
you
did.
asked some dude to spot you and it was awesome.
I would say
Because he goes to spot you and he's like you didn't need me at all.
I was like, "Nice."
That's awesome.
Oh, it was great.
We asked people to continue to write in, like I said, to kindoffunny.com/KFGD to be part of the show. There you can squad up. This is where you give me your name, username, and platform of choice. I read them here. The best friends come and find you. Everybody plays video games together. Today, Soul Blaster 59 needs help on PlayStation. It's spelled like you expect. Soul Blaster 59. Hello, Greg and Stella. Also, happy birthday to Nick. Of course, it's Nick's birthday. We're celebrating on Twitch after this, and kind of funny. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. I am looking for help in the Division 2 as I'm trying to get the platinum. I need at least 3 other agents to finish 3 multiplayer trophies. Hit me up late at night as my work schedule lets me off at 12 a.m. Central.
Oh.
Any help would be appreciated. Thank you. If you want to go back to Washington, D.C. and start some shit in the Division 2, hit up Soul Blaster 59 on the PSN. On top of writing in with your questions, we asked the people watching live to write in to kindoffunny.com/you're wrong to tell us what we screw up as we screw it up, so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames and listening on podcast services around the globe. Jokes.
How many things have you gotten wrong?
Oh, me never. It's usually Tim. You know what I mean?
So okay. Sure.
See, this doesn't help. This isn't. This Nano's trying to explain. I said who made Folding at Home, and he's just like, it was called Folding at Home. I'm like, no. I guess he explains a little bit better than I do what Folding at Home was. It allows scientists to study protein folding or protein assembly. Incorrectly folded proteins can cause serious illness, so scientists hope to simulate exactly how the process takes place. Then he editorializes. In other notes, or in other words, the more the better to see how every way of folding proteins incorrectly can help treat illnesses caused by it.
And I also saw in the chat, apparently that's still a thing.
But not on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
They shut it down on PS3, I
Aw.
remember.
Gotcha.
Jim Ryan was like, you know what? We're done helping people. He didn't say that.
I
Paraphrase.
mean, he didn't have to. You know,
Sounds like
Greg?
something Sean Layden would have said. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily in the bank. If you like me and Stella, make sure you watch the Dice Awards when we host them in February 23rd. On February 23rd. You can watch live on IGN and everywhere else IGN will be putting it up. Of course, you can get more Kind of Funny Games Daily each and every weekday here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, podcast services around the globe. You can watch this recorded live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. You, of course, can get on patreon.com/kindoffunny, where you get no ads. You could get 38 episodes of bonus content a month, and you could watch us record each and every one of our podcasts live. If you are watching live right now, good news. We are celebrating Nick Scarpino's birthday in the war zone. Him and Mike are hot dropping. You can go catch that live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames or youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. If you want to watch it later, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Stella, where can people keep up with you?
Yeah, I am on Twitter at ParallaxStella. I just changed my Instagram handle to ParallaxStella.official because someone is sitting on my name and
I
it's
hate
really
that.
annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, and then I stream on Twitch. I try to stream like every night except for like 2 nights a week. Currently just ranking through Apex. So if you want to watch me get mad at FPS games, that is what I'm doing.
Excellent.
And then the Dice Awards. So,
Yeah.
Oh, and TikTok where I film my fitness vlogs. So yeah.
Awesome. Stella, thank you as always for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. Use the Epic creator code Kind of Funny wherever you get your games. And until next time, know it's been our pleasure to serve you.